What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we will be covering a brand new updated tier list here in PrideWin.com for Tower of God New World. But before I get started on the video, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn that post notification bell that you guys can always stay tuned as soon as I post new videos. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here on the channel, if you have any questions, I created a brand new Discord server. You can check out the server by going to my channel description, and the link will be there, and I will also post a link in the comment section down below. But anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the video. So as you guys can see, they added two brand new characters to this tier list, KISEIA and EDAHN. Now the tier list, this tier list is pretty much the same. Like I made a tier list video I think last week, and it's pretty much the same thing. They haven't changed anything at all. So the only thing they changed is, of course, adding these two brand new characters. Now I'm pretty surprised I'm actually surprised that EDAHN is an A tier. Like, so far I've noticed a pattern that these past couple updates, the summer update and the Coon update happening right now, the SSR Plus characters, they're basically underwhelming. Like, I haven't used EDAHN, of course. I haven't used him, so I can't really form an opinion about this character. But considering the fact that we've had Vespa, Hwarun, KISEIA, Yiwa, Jia, the fact that we've had these brand new SSR characters and they're actually better than the SSR Pluses with low investment is kind of interesting, because of course EDAHN and Violet, if you put a lot of investment into them, like if you upgrade their exclusive equipment, if you max it out, if you put a lot of copies into them, like you get a lot of dupes of them, of course they're going to be busted. But that can go for pretty much every single character in the game. Like, if you get a lot of copies on most of these units, you can pretty much boost them up in the tier list. Like, if you get a lot of copies of hats, you can boost him up into that SS tier, because a rainbow hats in PvP is absolutely busted. But yeah, but anyways, KISEIA as S tier. Now I completely agree. I feel like KISEIA is an amazing unit in terms of applying, damage over time, destroying shields, and also shutting down opponent's special skills, because she's able to apply basically this type of, let me see. So for her special move, I think she applies some type of, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. Yes, she applies a mark called the baby growler. So this baby growler, basically, when it's marked on the enemy, you're gonna see it's like a blue chain mark below the enemy. And when that enemy casters, when they cast their special move, they will basically be paralyzed. And that's actually crazy. So she basically shuts down your opponent's special move, which is really nice. So she's basically like a CCing unit. She applies a lot of CC to enemy units. So I feel like KISEIA's S tier is actually, I agree with that, because right now I have like 3 blue copies of her. Like, I have her at 3 blue stars, and I'm still trying to get more copies of her for sure, because I feel like she's going to be a really good unit when you get a lot of copies of her. Now for EDAHN, like I said, I don't have this character, so I can't really form an opinion on him. But seeing that he's A tier, I can't say that. I've seen a lot of people say that he's squishy. Like, he really dies a lot, which is weird considering the fact that he has like a barrier involved in his kit. Like, his barrier is almost similar to Coon. So I don't know. EDAHN being A tier, like I said, if you get a lot of copies on him, he's going to be really, really good. But that pretty much goes for every single character in the game. You get a lot of copies on them, they're gonna be good. I don't know about these for these C tiers though. I don't know if you still get a lot of copies on it, like whether they're gonna be good or not. But for EDAHN, for like SSR Plus characters, for Karaka, if you get max Karaka dupes, this guy's immortal. Like, he's just SS tier and above. Like, he's just immortal. He just doesn't die. So I feel like for SSR Plus characters, they're not really free to play friendly, because you have to get a lot of copies of them in order for them to be good. But like I said, the only SSR Plus characters in the game that don't require a lot of investment are pretty much Evan, Dadamashini, and Dadazahard. And also Evan Kill, but a little bit. But yeah, these 3 SSR Pluses are just perfect without copies. Like, Evan, the only thing he's good for is his immortality, and Dadamashini, the only thing she's good for is, of course, her survivability and being able to tank and take a lot of damage, and Dadazahard being able to do a lot of damage and survivability as well. So these 3 units perfectly fine without copies. Yiwa being SS tier, still agree. I feel like Yiwa's going to be an SS tier for a long time, because she can do the most damage in this game. Like, she's able to wipe out enemy teams instantly with her special skill, and she has that defense to right over here. As you can see, she can decrease enemies defense by 8%, max 6 stacks. So Yiwa still busted character. Hwarun, I still feel like Hwarun is the best SSR in this game so far because of her capabilities, her support capabilities. The fact that she's a support character, she literally does so much damage for a support character. Not only does she do a lot of damage, but she provides barriers. She provides swiftness increase, attack increase, crit increase. She just does so much that she's just SS tier for sure. Now, one unit I really want to talk about is Quant. Now, somebody mentioned in my comment section, and this person brought up a really good point. So in one of my videos, when I said that Vespa is a really good unit against Quant, one thing that I've seen, like one thing that Vespa struggles with against Quant is that when she lowers Quant's swiftness, when she slows him down, the biggest problem is that you won't be able to do damage for 20 seconds because Quant, when he does his special skill, when he does his special move, he basically jumps up in the air and continuously, attacks your ally units. And when he does that, he's basically invincible. You can't do any damage to him. As you can see, Quant becomes invincible while using this skill. So the fact that Vespa is slowing him down, you basically do no damage to him at all for 20 seconds. Like you literally have to wait for him to finish his special move animation in order for you to continue doing damage. So I feel like the biggest drawback for Vespa against Quant is that her swiftness still just allows him to be invincible for a long period of time, and you won't be able to do that much damage. So that's like the biggest drawback with Vespa. But Vespa, she's still an amazing boss unit for sure. I don't know why she still has a question mark for bossing. I don't know, but so far she's like the one of the best boss units in the game so far because of her swiftness decrease, that constant damage, immunity. Like she's just really good, and also that paralyze and being able to stun. And I feel like KISEIA will also be a good boss unit because she completely annihilates Datamashini. Not Datamashini, but Datamazino. So I feel like these two units paired up together really awesome because Vespa is able to provide that constant damage immunity, and KISEIA is able to provide that bleeding, which is really good. So these two units paired up together, really solid. Now for other characters such as Apple. Now for Apple, I feel like Apple should be B tier honestly because Apple, she is really good against Quant. The fact that she's able to decrease evasion and able to increase accuracy for red units is really good. So I feel like she should be B tier, but of course she's an SR unit. But the same goes for Gray, and she's A tier. So I feel like Apple, she should be B tier for sure because of that evasion decrease. Because my team for mock battle is Apple, Vespa, Iwa, of course Evan, and I think the next one is, I think it was Gia Gia. I don't know, but I forgot. But that's pretty much my team in mock battle. So Apple, I feel like she's a really solid SR unit, but you only need to use her for bosses, to be honest. Like she's not really good in PvP or PvE, but in terms of applying that evasion decrease, because Quant has so much evasion, like a lot of people will complain that most of their attacks, they miss their attacks because he just has a lot of evasion. You just put Apple on your team and she's going to decrease his evasion, and you'll be able to land your attacks more often. So that's pretty much the tier list. Nothing changed. Everything seems pretty much the same. These characters are still C tier in my opinion, except for Apple. I feel like Apple should be B tier. Rack, when I was in my live stream, somebody said that Rack is really solid with 3 purple stars. Right now I have him at 2 purple stars, so I'm gonna wait and see if once I get that 3 purple stars, whether or not he's not going to be squishy, because I feel like Rack is a pretty solid tank unit, but the biggest problem with Rack is that he just dies so quickly. He's extremely squishy. So I feel like if you invest a lot into him, he can be good. Like if you get a lot of copies of Rack, he'll definitely bump up to that A tier or even that S tier for sure, because he provides healing and also that physical and magical resistance. So Rack, I'm still testing him to see how good he is, but yeah, that's pretty much it with this tier list. Characters are pretty much the same. All they added was KISEIA and EDAHN. Like I said, EDAHN, if you don't have a lot of copies on him, of course he's going to be A tier, but if you do get a lot of copies on him, he's going to be busted. So that pretty much goes for every single SSR plus in this game. Get a lot of copies on them, they're going to be broken. So Yeah, same thing. But anyways, I'll be leaving the video at that. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.